What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I hope everybody's having an awesome day. It is already, May 12th, 2020? I gotta keep looking at the calendar. I haven't been able to keep up with the days. Luckily, I've been busy with work and that kind of thing, but over in the meantime, crypto has just been doing whatever it wants to. So, obviously, guys, the halving and all that kind of news and stuff. We'll get into that here in a second. I wanted to talk about a CNN article. But yeah, I just want to say what's up. Hope everybody's having a good one. Comment about down below. Let me know what you guys are doing. I just started assembling me a new main PC that I'm going to be putting two cards in for mining purposes. And I'm looking to get a little bit bigger CPU, but that's for another video. I guess, yeah. Other than that, I'm doing pretty well. Hope you guys are too. I did want to give a big shout out to the members of the YouTube channel. So that it would be the Miners Club and the Legends Club. Let me get that. I had that list right here. Hold on. Let's see here. I think we had a new one actually. Where was it? All right, so Dan the Dane, Dave Stitz, Commander Vlogs, Mr. Yashnik, Crypto Mining Tools, Savage Mine, Red Panda Mining, and Just Mike. Thank you all for being a part of the Miners Club. And then Done One Too Many and Batman holding down the Legends Club. Thank you guys, much appreciated, and literally helping me keep the lights on. So yeah, definitely appreciated. Let me actually bring up my other screen right here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So now, CNN Business reported on this. Bitcoin halving could boost its price as more investors flock to cryptocurrencies. Obviously, this has been a pretty hardware and DIY focused channel, and we talk about the market and that kind of thing, but we really don't talk about a lot of investment or what to invest, what not to invest. But I thought this kind of caught my eye because it's on CNN Business. It's supposed to be like a pretty credible news source, Well, depending on who you ask. So what they said is central banks around the world are printing money to try to prop up the global economy. But for Bitcoin, the world's most popular digital currency, the opposite is happening. The amount of new Bitcoins being issued is starting to slow because of the phenomenon known as halving. That's what we were just talking about a second ago. Every 4 years, the amount of new coins that Bitcoin investors, or miners as they are known, receive as a reward for a mining block of Bitcoins is cut in half. Yes, half. Bitcoin prices have surged in the past few weeks in anticipation of the latest halving, which took place on Monday. As a result, Bitcoin miners now receive 6.25 Bitcoins instead of 12.5. This is the third time Bitcoin has halved in its history. The next halving event will take place sometime in 2024 and will reduce the number of new Bitcoins issued to 3.125. It's all part of the algorithm behind Bitcoin, which is designed to limit the total number of Bitcoins that will ever be issued to a finite number of 21 million. There are now about 18.3 million in circulation. So, that doesn't leave but another less than 3 million available. So that's something to think about there. In this time when governments are printing large amounts of money, the rate of new Bitcoins will keep going down, said Munib Ali, co-founder of Blockstack, a digital tokens firm, but the demand for Bitcoins has increased. So obviously, if supply goes down and demand goes up, what's that mean? Price should naturally go up. This is me talking, not CNN. I think a lot of people had a lot of hype around the halving, so they bought it up. Obviously, we saw that big pump a few days ago, and now it's kind of consolidated back down. We're in the 8,000 range. Where we go from here kind of depends on what the market does, and obviously, global market-wise, right now it's kind of shaky. We got, like they're talking about, we have a lot of issues going on with the human malware or the disease. I can't say the V word, I can't say the C word, it'll get me demonetized, I'm sorry, but you know what I'm talking about. The current pandemic that's going on. It's definitely not helping any of the market. The U.S. Specifically has hit the highest ever unemployment ever in history. Yes, if you're alive and you're watching this video right now, as of May 12th, 2020, we are living in a time of the highest unemployment, like higher than ever recorded. Obviously, there may have, back in like the caveman days, they were technically unemployed. They were just running around stealing berries and stuff, but you know what I mean. Highest unemployment. So with that being said, now some investors predicting new all-time highs for Bitcoin. Anticipation of the event helped drive Bitcoin prices higher in the past few weeks from a low of around 4,100 in mid-March to just under 10,000 on May 6th. But prices have fallen back to about 8,700 now that the halving has actually occurred. So what's next for Bitcoin? Several experts say Bitcoin prices should go much higher and even top the all-time high of just under 20,000 from late 2017. The logic is economics 101, apparently. So demand for Bitcoin may increase as investors view it as safer than government-backed paper currencies in the time of human malware 19 and extraordinary easing measures from the Fed and other central banks. Imagine if OPEC cut production in half overnight. What would happen to the price of oil? Would it go up? Said Zach Prince, CEO and co-founder of BlockFi, a firm that makes loans with cryptocurrencies. Prince said that he thinks Bitcoin prices will eventually soar past 20,000 and skyrocket to as high as 40,000 to 100,000 over the next 2 years. That's some bold claims, calling for a $20,000, $40,000, $100,000 Bitcoin in 2 years. Do I think Bitcoin will ever hit 100,000? Absolutely. Do I think it's going to be in 2 years? Absolutely not. I don't think things are going to move that fast, but I'm going to be honest, like a lot of people in the Discord say, Bitcoin does what it wants. So what I mean by that is a lot of the little guys, and me included, we don't have enough money to influence any kind of market. We are not, market influencers. I guess, YouTube influencer is a different thing, but I wouldn't even consider myself that. But yeah, so is it a good idea to hold on to some Bitcoin? I think absolutely. But now would we bet the farm on it? Absolutely not. So be careful how much you invest in it. But is it a good idea to have a little bit? Yeah, of course. So legendary hedge fund manager Paul Tudor Jones has also been touting Bitcoin lately as a potential hedge against inflation that could be created by central bank stimulus, much like gold. Crypto investors also point to the fact that Bitcoin prices soared in the first few months after the previous halvings in 2012 and 2016. That could happen again this year, especially because of what's happening in the global economy. This halving is transparent at a time when governments are enacting unlimited amounts of monetary and fiscal stimulus, said Michael Schoenshin, managing director with Grayscale Investments, a digital currency asset management firm. Bitcoins are now viewed as a safe haven, kind of like digital gold. It's a verifiable scarce asset with predetermined and predictable supply, Schoenshin added. I mean, yeah, Bitcoin is here to stay, hopefully. Still, digital currencies are incredibly volatile. The halving is a temporal and technical event that has no bearing on Bitcoin's long-term value, said Adam Tradman, CEO and co-founder of BRD, a digital wallet for cryptocurrencies. Tradman said he expects Bitcoin's price to eventually start rising steadily again, but he is not predicting a dramatic increase over the next few months. Simply put, Bitcoin is still too speculative an asset for many investors, and wild swings in price will limit its attractiveness. Yeah, that's pretty agreeable, 100%. But I do have to say the stock market's looking a little wild these days too. The problem is that we're looking at the actions of a few speculators, said Alex, CEO and co-founder of Celsius Network. Wow, I can't speak. Another crypto lending firm. He argues that the price of Bitcoin could be stuck hovering around 10,000 for a while until the impact of the halving is fully priced into Bitcoin. Others agree. I mean, realistically, guys, we had a halving on Litecoin, a little while ago, and literally the price of Litecoin skyrocketed right before the halving and then fell right back down. And it's actually lower than it was before it went into the halving, or before it skyrocketed. So, I mean, obviously it's expensive to mine a Bitcoin right now. If we pull that data up, how much does it cost to mine a Bitcoin? That was February 14th. There's a website that shows it on a daily basis. Hold on. maybe I gotta find that website. But in February, it was $12,000. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. It could. The average cost to mine a single Bitcoin could jump to $12,000 after the halving. Yeah. So people are mining Bitcoin right now, depending on what kind of electricity they have, at basically a loss. Especially when you factor in hardware costs and long-term degradation of hardware value. Mining Bitcoin is not easy right now, and I still get that question all the time. What's the easiest way to get into mining Bitcoin? And it's to mine altcoins and then trade them or exchange them or have them auto exchange to Bitcoin. Hey Jenny, how you doing? That's basically the only small easy way to get into it nowadays. I want to show you guys an example of that with the new build that I'm doing. It's going to be like a dual GPU hybrid mining setup. So I'll get more into that in the future, but I wanted to say thank you for coming out. I hope you're enjoying my videos, that kind of thing. I'm going to be doing more videos here soon just because my internet is still not cooperating. My internet company is still operating under a limited or exclusive kind of, if it works, they're not coming out, and I'm telling them it's not working. I have like 50 million service tickets out, and they still don't want to come out and acknowledge that it's not working. Basically, they come out, they plug it in, they're like, oh yeah, it's working. And I'm like, just because it works sometime doesn't mean it works all the time. There's obviously a problem. I can't keep a steady bandwidth, or I can't keep a steady connection. YouTube's actually dropped me the last couple times whenever I try to connect to the streaming manager. It's like low health, boom, and it like drops the stream. So instead of doing a bad quality stream, I figure I'll just do some videos and upload those and maybe try to get on a new schedule. I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Maybe like Monday through Thursday, and I could do maybe release videos a little bit earlier instead of having them at 10 p.m. So thank you guys for coming out though. Much appreciated. We'll see you on the next one. Adios.